Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got another comic review for you. This time we are reviewing Cyko. I say we like there's somebody here. Well, Beans is with me. He's on the couch. Reviewing Cyko KO number 3 from Alterna Comics, Rob Feldman. If you watch the channel, you've seen my reviews of issues 1 and 2. This is the third in the 3-issue series. And I have enjoyed this series so far. It is silly, it is funny, and it would be perfect for a cartoon. It really reminds me of like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon or like a Scooby-Doo or something like, you know, you'll get it. I mean, when you see it, if you read it, you'll understand what I mean. And I'm still hoping, you know, I've talked to, you know, here and there with Rob Feldman on Twitter, and he's mentioned that there might be something in the works, so I don't know. But anyway, let's get into this. This is a classic cover right here. Like, this is what comic book covers always used to look like. There was dialogue, there was action, there was always like a big like dun 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 thing, you know, trapped by the devil spider, and like then like this stuff. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you just don't even see on modern comic book covers anymore. It seems like everything, like, you almost never see word balloons on comic covers anymore. Like, really, like that, all of that is like years ago. Everything now you see pretty much is basically a pinup or something. I mean, they don't really necessarily even tell you the story of what's happening in the book. So it's kind of cool to just, it has that feel of like, hey, this is like, it's got an old school kind of classic feel to it, which is nice. So again, this is from Alterna Comics, so it's only $1.50. I don't know if this one's available digitally. If it is, it's 99 cents digitally, so how could you go wrong? So we jump in, and obviously, again, the art is incredibly cartoony, very much of that like Hanna-Barbera, like Scooby-Doo-ish style. Like, in all honesty, I could actually see at some point like a Scooby-Doo Cyko KO crossover. Like, I could absolutely see that happening. Like, like, honestly, like, it totally feels like something that could happen. So, anyway, yeah, let me, I always like to do this. You know I like to do this. If you watch my channel, you know I love to give credit where it's due. So, created, written, and illustrated by Rob Feldman. Letters and edits by Peter Simeti, breakdowns Brian Frame and Brendan Frame, and backgrounds by Toon360. I don't know what that means. Anyway, hey, listen, I'm honest, right? That's one thing you can always say about my channel, is I'm very honest. I also have a little bit of a sore throat today, so if my voice sounds a little funny, that's probably why. So I love this, Deep Inside the Hall of Judgment. That's a great name, like, and it's very, like, again, very cartoony. So Kreskin is giving them a mission, and there's a whole bit about him being down the hall from them. It was very funny. But then, look at this. We get some background information. Cyko KO had a dad. Now, I know that's not, like, a giant, like, obviously, you know, everyone has a dad. Unless you were like created in a lab, but this is his dad. His dad is Mega KO, and apparently his father fought the devil spider, but the devil spider poisoned him with his acid laser fangs and vaporized him into ash. But the devil spider was injured, so he stayed on Mount Shiverest and like was recuperating. But now they believe he's coming back. And so Cyko has to go basically avenge his father, complete his mission, and defeat the devil spider. So apparently Cyko has been working on a weapon from the time he was really little. It is the Multi-Action Dimensional Superkinetic Laser Zapper, or Mad Skills for short. And it's awesome. First of all, I just want to say mad props on the acronym. If you know anything about me in real life when it comes to this kind of stuff, I love acronyms. and the sillier the acronym, the better. I know some people can't stand that. I love it. So take that from where it's coming from. If you're watching this and trying to decide if you should buy this book or not, this to me is a fantastic bit of writing. You may not agree. That's, listen, it is what it is. Again, I'm always honest. So anyway, it's very silly about his weapon. He can only use it once, but it should destroy him, destroy the devil spider. So he feels like he has to go alone. So Cyko goes, I'm going to skip just a little bit. So Cyko has to fight the devil spider, and the devil spider is going to try and destroy him. And then, like, out of nowhere, he uses his gun, and, like, it does not have the exact effect that he thought it would. Instead, we get Blipso Facto, or you can call him Cyk Jr. This is such a, like, such a classic cartoon type deal right here. The mini version of the regular main character. I mean, it's the Scrappy-Doo to Scooby-Doo. It's, plus he's got a little bit of the interdimensional, like, he's an extra-dimensional traveler and leader of his fan club. So he's got a little bit of the, like the Great Gazoo vibe to him, if you remember that from the Flintstones. There was the other guy, too, from the Jetsons. Or was that the Great Gazoo? Was he in the Jetsons? I don't remember now. Whichever one it was. It has that vibe. Definitely like a little Scrappy-Doo in there, because he's like the smaller version of the bigger character. And so it was there's a bit of an anticlimactic end to the fight with the devil spider, which is just actually really funny in the way that they present it. But then we get a really big, touching moment between Mega KO and Cyko KO. And I love the design on Mega KO. We're just going to close up on that for a minute there. I love that design. I think he looks great. The horns and everything. It's such a classic thing. Seriously, like, the designs on this and the colors and everything, it's so classic. It's, like, sickening how perfectly old school this stuff is. Like, this is absolutely what I would expect to see if I was watching Boomerang and there was like, hey, we're going to show Cyko KO now, and comes the cartoon, and it's like, oh, I don't remember this cartoon. But then you watch it and you're like, oh, wow, this is absolutely right at home in that pantheon of characters and styles. It's just, I mean, it really is, like, it fits in so perfectly in that whole thing. So without, I mean, I don't want to, listen, I know it's, this is always a silly book, so spoilers are not necessarily a thing. And so we get, at the end here, see, nobody believes him because he was in there alone. So no one believes that this Blipso Facto even existed. But then you get at the end the little poof, see you real soon, and then the end for now. Because this is the last issue of the 3-issue mini. It's a 3-issue limited series, and this is number 3. So this is the end of the current Cyko KO run. I certainly hope there's going to be another one. I actually, in a fit of being always prepared, I didn't look at the calendar to see if there was anything scheduled for this year. Again, honesty. Apparently that's the theme for this video, and I did not plan that. But no, I don't know. I'm hoping. I know a lot of people are enjoying this series, so I certainly hope there'll be a follow-up series because I enjoy it, and I want to share it with, I really do want to share this whole series with my daughter and with my nephew, because I think they'll both enjoy it. And my nephew is not a big reader. He doesn't really like to read, so I think something like this would definitely, he would read it. My daughter loves to read, and I just think she would enjoy it because it's fun, and it's silly, and it's funny. So anyway, that is Cyko KO number 3. Again, it is a recommend for me. Every issue in this series is a recommend for me. So if you want to go on to like the Alterna shop and pick them up, they're $1.50 each for 3 issues. So for 3 issues, for $4.50, you can get 3 issues of a fun comic that you can share with your kids if you've got kids, because there's nothing inappropriate in any of these. And they will probably enjoy them because they're fun and they're silly and they're just meant to be fun. You know, this is just classic. There's no ulterior motive here. They're not trying to push any kind of agenda. They're not trying to like subvert your expectations or anything like that. They wanted to make, I mean, clearly, you know, Rob Feldman just wanted to make a fun comic book that is sort of an homage to the old cartoons and all that. And he has wonderfully succeeded at that. I absolutely feel that way. I think it's a great book. And I am definitely looking forward to more. And I'm hoping somebody out there who has the ability and the influence is either reading these books or is seeing my videos and then being interested in the book, and will approach Rob about making a Cyko KO cartoon. I just think it would be perfect. I really do. I think it would be a lot of fun, and it's meant to be. I mean, it's clearly it's inspired by cartoons, and it is meant to be that same aesthetic, that same feeling. So anyway, before I just keep babbling, definitely recommend this video. I definitely recommend this comic. Recommend the video too. Tell a friend. Go to your neighbors, knock on their door, and say, "Excuse me, have you heard the good news of Jam Creates and his channel?" No, don't really do that because they'll just look at you funny. And really, who wants to talk to their neighbors anyway? Anyway, total tangent there. So definitely recommend this book. I would definitely recommend checking out the whole series. I mean, honestly, you can pick up any one of them. So if you missed issue 1 and you're like worried about, oh, but what if I didn't read the first? It doesn't matter. They're all standalone stories. You can read them all separately. It's fine. Just pick up whatever one you see. If you see 1, 2, or 3 on your stands or at your comic book store or whatever, pick it up and read it. It's fun. You can jump right in. It doesn't matter. So I would definitely recommend, like I said, the whole series, and recommend the issue for sure. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, please. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We're over 100, and I'm super excited about that, and I want to start the trek towards 200. So if you're out there, if you have subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and share it with other people. Tell people about the channel. If you enjoy the channel, let people know. Like, that would be super cool. And I would really appreciate that. If you want to tweet about it, tag me in it, and I'll totally give you like like a heart and like a comment. Comment on the videos. I love interacting with people on the comments. You guys know I pretty much answer every comment unless there's like really nothing for me to say. I pretty much comment on every video, and if nothing else, I will at least acknowledge it so you know I read it. So that's it. I'm at jam_creates on Twitter. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. And don't forget to call your mother and tell her you love her. And that's it. Peace.